It's Georgiana Wying Yap's 90th birthday.
Hey, Bill, that can't be right. Mrs. Yap just turned 100 last month.
While Grace was very precocious.
You know, Arlene's card is spot on. She's not getting old. She was old last year.
So anybody can make a mistake. Georgie's really only 75.
Hey there, Georgie girl.
This is a Mandalay restaurant in downtown Honolulu. It's a lovely Chinese restaurant with delicious food. Here are some photographs of the interior. Georgie's always loved celebrating birthdays. We used to have great parties in Henry J's quarters at the old hospital at Ala Moana.
There were a couple of tons of Kaiser nurses sitting on my desk one night in the emergency room when this gossamer individual floated by. We finally met in the Kaiser pharmacy over a bottle of amphotericin B. She wasn't sure what it was, and I told her it was a very powerful antifungal agent.
I met Georgie back in 1968 at Kaiser, and in 1969 we roomed together out at a brand new apartment in Keokea Place.
I started taking Georgie for glider rides out at Dillingham Field. In 1971, we went to the Renaissance Ball, and I got a chance to meet her folks, Grace and Eugene. We also tried some ice skiing over on Mauna Kea, and this was Georgie in 1971.
That was the year Georgie bought her first condo at 1090A Wainiha Street. Georgie and Carol Edwards and I were roommates there.
Hey there, Georgie girl.
We tried skiing in Sun Valley, and after demolishing these two snowmobiles, Georgie set a new record in sitz marks coming down from Dollar Mountain. Here's the famous Georgie grin.
1975. Georgie was my maid of honor at my wedding at St. Clement's. Bill and Georgie's Christmas card of 1975 showed them in Bill's tandem hang glider.
It always started with 7 guys handsomer than me up on top of the hill, dropping her into the right side of the Will swing seat, and our landings always looked exactly the same. We'd touch down, she'd trip and fall, I'd fall on top of her, and the hang glider would fall on top of me. Ordinarily, Georgie won't have anything to do with water unless it's on the inside of a glass with scotch. However, we made a trip over to Alakea, and she did a little scuba diving.
There's Georgie in her new office at the new Kaiser Hospital, that 1985. Yeah, I recognize that picture on the wall. That used to be in one of our apartments. There's Georgie, that's Princess Street Gardens in Edinburgh, Scotland. Georgie came over to help me move back to the United States in 1986. Goodness, there's Georgie perched on what appears to be a very unusual rock formation.
Georgie enjoyed this balloon ride in 1985 because they give you champagne even if you don't get down in one piece.
Bill and Georgie and I went there, and Georgie was so good, she was flitting around like a little butterfly. Way better than Bill and I.
In 1987, we hiked the Milford Track in southern New Zealand, and probably about that same time, this very skilled caricaturist drawing of Georgie doing her job. By 1992, Georgie had progressed way past the snowplow and was entering the NASCAR race. 1996, she tackled the flying trapeze at Club Med, although she had often said that she was not an athlete, but an athletic supporter.
Okay, head back, legs up now, Georgie. Oh, let's keep forward, backwards, forward, let go.
And off with a reverse Patrice Lumumba. In 1999, we decided we should do the snowmobile trip through Yellowstone before it became impossible.
2001, Georgie retired, and one of her retirement hobbies was gardening. The Frank Fosse Municipal Garden Center at the Alakea.
In 2004, we made a great trip down the Coast Highway, saw the magnificent Hearst Castle. In October of 2006, some skydiving friends took us on a great tour of the North Shore in a pair of ultralight trikes. We were in formation most of the time. We made it all the way out to Waimea Beach and back to Dillingham. In April 2012, we signed up for a trip out to Midway Atoll. Midway is about 1,300 miles northwest of Honolulu, and we got there in a Grumman Gulf Stream. Lots of albatrosses. We're performing a mating dance, dolphins, and flashy frigate birds, which display very much like wood grouse. In June of 2012, we signed up for an over-the-top trip to Africa. What we didn't know is that we would be arriving in the middle of the African winter. Naturally, I froze, but Georgie was fascinated by a sibling pair of lion cubs who delighted in lying down in elephant poop. Here she prepares to do a pelvic exam on the lioness. I tried to distract her by jumping off the Victoria Falls Bridge, but nothing worked until she got to stand under an elephant. Georgie has her own way with turtles, tortoises, and seals that we met down on the Galapagos Islands.
He's coming towards you.
That's Georgie in the blue wetsuit. Unfortunately, Georgie's disposable underwater camera was a dud and got no pictures at all.
Georgie, we're here to honor you on your 75th natal day. You really are a very unique person. They say that friends are our chosen family. I feel so very lucky that you and I have chosen each other to be family. You're my sister. Happy birthday.
So please join me in a toast to Georgie. If you're lucky enough to be her friend, and almost everyone with a telephone is, you'll always have a loyal source of support and a loving concern. She's one of a kind.
The flowers are compliments of Mel Chin, and they are for. Thank you very much. I've been going around the tables saying that there is no birthday cake, and I am going to instead use your longevity buns as your birthday cake, okay? However, you still get to sing happy birthday to me, okay? Because I'm going to... Here, you do it. Oh, okay. Okay. Here we go. Karen is going to light the candle.
Did you put it in upside down?
No.
Okay. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Georgie. Happy birthday to you. Now make a wish.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank Jean for making the gold box centerpieces, and the plate goes with it. The plate is a hand-decorated Chinese plate, and it has 4 roosters on it. The significance of the roosters, you'd have to ask my brother-in-law, Harold. So Jeannie, thank you very much for doing the centerpieces, the table, and thank you to Nancy for doing the quiz, the true and false, and thank you to Karen for helping me. So I hope you had a good time, and eat up and drink up. And oh, many thanks to the producer of the video, himself, William Harris. William, just wave, you're on the camera.